They see you as small and helpless. They see you as just a child. Surprised when they find out that a warrior will soon run wild. Prepare for your greatest moments. Prepare for your...
Please welcome to the stage cast members of RWBY. Give it up for Barbara Dunkelman, and last but not least, my partner last night in our main costume contest, Miss Lindsay Jones.
We were not expecting that order to be called out, and I was like, oh, it's me!
Not used to being first.
No, never. It's not called Team Yubi.
Ooh,
Should be.
this is going to be a fun hour, isn't it? So ladies, just wanted to, so that everybody else can know, they don't know the story already, I wanted like each of you to kind of tell the audience how you got involved with RWBY.
Oh no.
And,
Sorry guys, my son comes out. Causing chaos already.
Okay,
Water down.
you start.
I know, oh god.
Well,
This is
that'd be
gonna
a watered down.
I'll describe the mess of my career. Hi, I'm Lindsay Jones. I voice Ruby Rose and RWBY. I voice Space Kid in Camp Camp and Vanessa Kimball in Red vs. Blue. Thank you. We kind of have an interesting start at the company. RWBY is the first time that I was ever able to do any form of voice acting. I actually started as the company as an editor in the live action department, and now I work in the video gaming department called Achievement Hunter.
Hi guys, sorry, my voice is pretty bad after talking. Oh my god, I talk so much. I'm sorry, so I'll try to answer as many questions as I can, but
If you talk lower, it might help.
if I talk lower, it might help. I'm such a high-pitched voice. But hi, I'm Kara. I voice me and RWBY. Sorry.
Weiss is going through puberty right now.
Apparently it happened later for her.
Of course. But I did get my start. I was a receptionist at Rooster Teeth way back in 2011. And Monty was going to stop by my desk and send me an idea for a show. Similar to Lindsay, I'd never done voice acting before. And I was like, I've never done that before. And he said, well, try it. And here we are. So thanks.
I heard that.
Thank you guys.
Hi, I don't remember the question. I'm Erin Zek. I still don't, but yeah, I kind of figured. So, I started this really well. Okay, hello, I'm Erin Zek. I play Blake Belladonna. Hey, cheers, y'all. I've always done like theater and singing and that kind of thing. I went to school for it and all of that, all the above. But basically, Monty was like, yo, I want you to play this character. And then I did it. Ta-da!
Sometimes it's just that easy.
It is. Sometimes.
Again, similar to the other ladies. Well, I'm Barbara. I play Yang in RWBY.
That sounded bigger than Blake's, and I'm a little upset.
The cheers are correlated to the size of their chest, so. Yang gets the biggest
Wait,
applause.
nobody cheered.
Well done.
It's similar to the other ladies. Monty had the idea for the show RWBY, and he knew all of us personally, and I guess the characters that he was creating were slightly inspired by each of us in a way. And I remember he approached me one day. I didn't even know he had an idea for an anime or if he was even working on a new show at all. This was still during Red vs. Blue, but he came up to me and he's like, hey, how would you feel about playing a badass Goldilocks in a show that I'm working on? And I was like, sure. I don't know what that is, but that sounds amazing. So that's who Yang's based off of, by the way, is Goldilocks, in case anybody didn't know.
And Darius, you forgot to introduce yourself.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I also play Iris in Camp Camp.
Oh!
And Jensen in Red vs. Blue, Orph in X-Ray and Bev, and I also play Cosmos in Fairy Tale, which a lot of people are discovering for the first time at this convention.
So now you're Red vs. Blue too, right? I am. I'm Vanessa Kimball, leader of the New
you're sitting very cat-like, and I feel like that's appropriate.
But I don't know if you can like.
You want to do a question?
Yeah, comfortable, you know. Hi. Hello. Hello. Oh, I was also a computer.
Story of my life.
Useless piece of information.
And you fixed it.
Sweet stash, bro. Hello.
All right, my question for you is, what was it like working with Monty Owen?
It's amazing. I mean, the best way that I could sum it up is he was able to find creativity in anything. Anything he looked at, he could be like, okay, this will somehow become a new project. And that's honestly why he loved cosplay so much and had cosplayers in mind when he created the RWBY characters. He made sure that anyone who could cosplay a RWBY character would be able to hold all their items and it would be functional. And it's all pieces that you can either purchase online or make yourself. Along with that, just finding creativity where a lot of people wouldn't see it is he was able to see potential in people often when they couldn't see it themselves, and that absolutely goes for us too.
Just piggybacking off of that for sure. As far as like, I remember, you know, he'd always say, you know, how are you doing? Like, you know, how are you doing? He really cared about like everyone genuinely. He'd always say, you know, don't be that. I find very inspirational and motivational as far as, you know, like work goes and your career wise goes. Because he'd always say, don't try to be the best at something. Try to be the best, like you, the best that you can be, and that's all you can do. So I just always see that with me.
I've got nothing else to add to that.
It was amazing getting to know Monty as a person, but it was also very inspirational and intimidating working with him because he is such a creative force, and his ability to create these worlds and these characters and do so many things by himself, create these amazing fight choreographies. It was just incredible to see, and he had more work ethic and skill than pretty much anyone I've ever met before. So it was an honor getting to know him and to have him in our life.
It's fascinating.
Oh yeah, the candy thing.
That's right.
Well, alrighty then.
Don't forget to brush your teeth after. Cavities are no joke.
4 out of 5 dentists.
Hello, my name is Trevor.
Hi, Trevor.
I would like to ask you guys, because your character voices are so different from your actual voices, where do you pull
Yeah, okay.
Come on.
where do you pull that inspiration from to turn your voice into the voice of the character?
For me, I like messing around with voices anyways, and I was always the weirdo who just like did silly voices, and I loved anime since I was in 7th grade. So I was really looked up to a lot of voice actors like that. I used to go to conventions and meet people like Chris Sabat and Johnny and Bosch. So, oh yeah, shut up. For things like RWBY and Space Kid with Camp Camp, they're younger characters. So I was like, okay, it's really silly, but I used to do like an impression of myself as a kid. I was a chubby little kid and I loved cats. So if I was making fun of myself, I would always be like,
Oh, kitty, oh, I'm fat.
so, you know, you modify that a little bit, make it more feminine, kind of a little bit more hyper.
And it becomes Ruby. Oh, that's exciting and nice.
And then, you know, tone it down a little bit, kind of give it more of a nasal.
It becomes Space Kid and you just hang it out. Really?
Okay.
I can fill in for Kara. I do know the story behind how she found Weiss. She told me that for voicing the character, she really wanted to make sure it wasn't too like Valley Girl-esque, because Kara also comes from Dallas, and anyone who's around the area knows that some people are a little bit hoity-toity. Yeah, shout out, one person, thank you. But that was the really cool part, is she knows that Weiss is very educated. There you go. You got Speed Racer going, I dig. She's very proper and in control, but at the same time, she's raised in a very fancy family, so she's got a little bit of that blend of Valley Girl mixed with well-educated and intelligent. Bam.
You get rewarded.
Was the question how we found the character? Well, oh yeah. Blake was really difficult to figure out in the beginning because she is such a monotone sort of, well not monotone, she is such a low register of a character. And I'd always done like theater or musicals or TV stuff. So having to do voice acting, you don't really realize that most of what you portray So whenever I had to do this really like low-key character, I was doing what would sound normal, but it didn't sound normal. So I had to do that over and over again. I think I recorded it like 3 times before we figured out like where she was. But now she's, I mean, it's kind of the writing, I feel, that where I find Blake, because she is, her voice is pretty similar to mine. But if you give me a Blake line, it'll sound like her already. Like there's a cadence to her voice.
Brothers of the White Fang, why are you aiding this scum? Wow! I'm a victim!
We'll just do the whole show for y'all up here. I was kidding. 'Twas a joke. And Dr. Gray is just insane, and I love her so much. But sometimes she comes down here. Oh my God, that's the first time I've ever been able to like do Dr. Gray just on the fly. Yeah, Dr. Gray was a lot of fun. I kind of wanted to base her off of Tiny Tina from Borderlands. Because she's got her like super high, and she's really creepy. And yeah, that's her. Otherwise, Watson. Oh yeah, I voiced my dog once. Or one of my dogs.
And that's just a little tiny thing that goes down here.
That's adorable.
Thank you.
So a lot of people, when they meet me, are surprised I play Yang. They're like, man, you don't sound like her at all. Do the voice. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh, that question.
Do the voice. Dance. I always love when people are like, oh, could you say something to Zhang? And I was like, I mean, the whole conversation I've just been having with you the entire time.
I get so nervous when people ask me to do the voice. I'm like, I can't, sorry, shut down.
But yeah, I tried a couple different voices when I first auditioned. For some reason, again, when you think of voice acting, you think for some reason you have to change your voice for it to be voice acting, because you're thinking, oh, I need to do a voice. So I originally auditioned for Yang in a much higher pitch, and Miles and Kara were both like, oh, just do it in your normal voice, actually, and they ended up liking that. So it's not too difficult to find her and just start talking.
What I will say is the same thing as what Aaron said too. There's a definite cadence. Like I can hear the difference between Barbara and Yang. You get into the mode.
It's a lot more exciting.
Yeah! Yeah! I'm Yang, let's fight!
Wow, that's good. You should do that.
That's a RWBY Chibi line. I think it's why who's like
really, guys.
has an impression of like each of the characters, and she's like, I'm the Yang, let's fight! It's a great take.
Great. I seriously don't know how to put my body on these things. Oh,
I'm really happy I didn't wear a skirt
that's a
today.
good one.
I'm so glad I sit next to you today.
My question is,
No.
what's your favorite thing about your character?
I like that, well, okay, there's a few things. We could be here for a while. She's starting to approach her problems in a more healthy way, and I think I'm very proud of her for that. Because she did in the beginning just sort of compartmentalize and try to just escape and erase and pretend like nothing happened, and she thought that would be a good way to just move on, and that's not how that works. So in Volume 5, we're going to talk about Volume 5. If you come here not thinking we were, then yeah, sorry. So she had to go home and sort her stuff out with her parents and figure out her place with the White Fang and all of her issues with that. And I was just very proud of her for approaching her path.